Hello, everyone, and welcome. Welcome back to another edition of Ask Coach Marie. I'm Marie O'Neill, founder of Padma Life Coaching, and your host on this series. This is the place where you ask a question, and I give you my unique opinion as a life renewal coach, astrologer, and past life regression facilitator. Each week on Friday, a new video is released with me answering 2 questions from you, the viewers. I also talk about various other topics such as how the universe works, astrology, past life regression, basically various other life renewal topics. I'm not a therapist and I will never tell you what you must do. Let's go ahead and get going with the questions for this week. The first question is coming from Beverly, who is in Santa Cruz. Beverly says, I've been told when we die, that's it. There is nothing after that. We don't exist anymore. What is your opinion about this? Wow, that's another stellar question, and thank you for asking it, Beverly. When I was a kid, I was able to see entities or beings that were not in the physical. I still remember my grandmother coming to visit and other family members coming to visit too. The bottom line is we don't die. I actually would like it if we could use another term um, for what actually happens when we cross over or when we die. There is a part of us that doesn't go with us, though, and that is our physical form. The physical body, the organs, tissues, blood and all that. That's a part of the earth, of Mother Gaia, and that stays here. Of the part that leaves and goes elsewhere, there's actually 2 parts. There's the soul or a higher mind, and there's a causal body or spirit. The causal body or spirit are basically the same thing. It's the part that animates the body, that causes the body to move, and it encapsulates the soul or higher mind, keeping it here in the physical form. The soul and the causal body actually leave together, usually. There are instances when that doesn't occur, but that's another topic for another episode. So, in answer to your question, the soul and the causal body leave and it goes on. It actually goes back to the soul group that each of us belong to, because we all have a family that is not in the physical incarnation. We have our earthly family, but we also have a family of souls on the other side. And that's usually where we go back to, unless we have chosen to just reincarnate again right away. And then we come back through the chute and do it all over again. When we are on the other side, we have work to do. We still continue to grow and develop. And we also, if we can, help those who are still incarnated, if we can. A lot of times we're not able to actually influence beings who are incarnate because the beings here a lot of times don't recognize or know that they are being helped, or the other side is trying to help them. Anyway, that's all convoluted. The bottom line is we do not die. There is that part of us that goes on, and we do continue to develop and grow. And that, because of course, it's all about knowing ourselves, isn't it? And knowing ourselves doesn't just stop when we stop breathing. So I hope that answers your question. The topic that I'm going to talk about a little bit today is the topic of guardian angels. I've been hearing, or actually, I've also read a lot of information on guardian angels, but I've also been hearing people talk about guardian angels and being, and questioning whether or not they exist, whether, what they do and all of that. So I just thought I would touch on that subject a little bit here. It won't be extensive, but I'll just give you my take on it. Guardian angels do exist. And sometimes guardian angels are our loved ones who have crossed over, or loved ones who maybe have not incarnated in this in physical form here, but they're here to help us, to guide us. When we decide that we're going to incarnate in physical form, we usually have one, maybe two beings on the other side who agree to help us, to direct us on our journey. Because when we come here, of course, we want experiences, and we have decided what types of experiences we want to have, and we need that help from beings on the other side to help us accomplish our goals here. So yes, there are guardian angels. And as I said, some of them have never incarnated before, but most of them have, because they, having incarnated, they have experience of what it's like to be in this heavy, dense world, and how challenging it is to actually accomplish the goals that we set out to do or to accomplish. So they do exist, as do archangels and angels and seraphim, and they're all there to help us and guide us. And by the way, with guardian angels, you can reach out to them. They would love it if you'd reach out to them and just ask them for their help and their guidance. And if nothing else, ask them to make themselves known to you. That doesn't mean that you're going to actually see them. They may affect your life in other ways to let you know that they are there. So anyway, that's guardian angels. Our next question comes from Tina, who is in Boston. Tina writes, I've been having let me just put my glasses on. You're probably wondering why I keep taking my glasses on and off, and that's because of the ring light that I have. It shines that white light in my glasses, and I find that a distraction when I'm watching it with other people who have done videos, and therefore I want to reduce that distraction for you. So, Tina in Boston, she says, I've been having a discussion with a friend of mine about what's more important in astrology, the sun, moon, or the ascendant. Can you help us answer this question? That's a really good question. And I know that, that's one of those questions that comes up from time to time. And the answer is definitive. All of them, all three of them are equally important. I mean, the sun is our vitality. It's our ego. It's what gives us our will, our drive, our, the desire to actually achieve. So you have to have that. And all of the other planets in our solar system revolve around the sun. So yes, that's definitely important. And the moon is our emotional body. The sun is not our emotional body. The moon is the emotional body. It's the part of us that stores our memory from prior lives, memory from our ancestors. We have a soul group that is, our soul group is also related to our moon sign. And so the moon, oh my goodness, if you want to evolve your consciousness, you really do have to evolve the emotions. And so that's important. The ascendant is important because the sun and the moon have to have a way to to present their energy out to the world. And that is done through the ascendant. That's the rising sign that is on the eastern, it's the sign that is on the eastern horizon at the time of our birth. And some people say that it is the cloak or the clothes that we wear and how we present ourselves. So, a lot of times when we present ourselves to the world, we're not presenting our sun or our emotions just raw. They go through a filter. And so it becomes that filtered part of us, that filtered light to reflect the sun, to reflect the moon, and actually all the other planets too. So I believe that all three are equally important. You really can't have one without the other. So I hope that answers your question. And we've come to the end of the question section. If you would like to send me a question, please send it to padmacoach at icloud.com. That's padmacoach at icloud.com. If you'd like to learn more about me, you're welcome to peruse my website, or you can read my book, And the Lotus Opened. You can find that book on through any of the online bookstores. So that is it for this week. I look forward to seeing you soon. Bye-bye.